So today me and Bubbles wanted to talk to you about microchipping. What is microchipping? Should you do it? Pros and cons of getting your pet microchipped. The process of microchipping an animal is the insertion of a microchip into your animal. It is like a ID tag that they can't lose. Like, let's say your dog has a collar, he rips his collar off and gets away from you. There's your ID tag on the collar still, not on the dog. Microchip kind of cuts away that middleman. It's in the dog. So microchipping is usually done during spay and neuters, but it doesn't have to be. It is done that way because it is a bigger needle type thing to insert it, and it can be painful, but that doesn't mean that you can only do it during spay and neuters. You can do it at any time. So if you didn't microchip when your pet was fixed, don't worry, you can still do it. The 20 seconds of pain is worth it for them possibly getting back to you if they were lost. Yes, you're very sweet. You're very sweet. So a microchip is, like I said, an ID tag. After your pet is microchipped, they give you the address of a website. There are a couple of different websites. Not really a fan of the fact that there are so many, because, or they should have a migrating system where I can have my profiles, because like my dog was microchipped through one company and my cat was microchipped through a different company, and so now it's like I have to remember which is which. And yeah, I got the paperwork, but it would just be an easier hassle, or less of a hassle, if I could just do it all in one thing. So you register your ID. They give you an ID number for the microchip that they inserted into your animal, and then you go to the website that they provided with you and and then you add your information in to that website, and it is attached to the microchip. So they scan the microchip, they see that it has one, they type in the ID number, and your information pops up. It also says it'll say your name, your address, your phone number, and your animal's name, medical conditions if they have any, how much they weigh, what species they are, what breed they are, what color they are, and even a picture of them, which I think is really neat. But seems unnecessary if you ask me, because, you know, it just, like, microchip from a different dog isn't going to end up in my dog, so whatever. It's cute. I like it. I added the pictures personally, because I got Braun and Stormy both microchipped, and just because I had just started doing it, I should have got everybody done. You should have been microchipped because you're my baby. So the pros of microchipping: obviously you have a way higher chance of your pet getting back to you if they were to go missing. When pets are found by people, legally those people have to take your pet that they found to a humane society type thing, rescue shelter, whatever, or a veterinary clinic to be scanned for a microchip. And when they scan your microchip, again, they find the number, then they can just contact you from there, and you can come and get your animal. It is also beneficial for if your animal is stolen. No one can claim your animal if it is microchipped in your name. So let's say a rescue finds your animal and doesn't want to give it back to you for whatever reason. That animal is legally bound to you. Even though it's kind of shitty, that animal is considered your property, and you can get them back if they are microchipped. If they aren't microchipped, we can play the "it's a tabby, prove this one is yours" game. It's a black cat, prove this one is yours. You are so cute. So legally, it helps you that way too. And the cost of it is, they're fairly cheap. I mean, Stormy's was a little bit more expensive just because I got her done at a vet. And it cannot, speaking of Stormy, that is also another pro, is that it can save your pet's life. Let's say that you have a very aggressive dog or cat, and not that Stormy kind of is, but let's say that they get out and are found and they're biting the shit out of people or whatever. They cannot euthanize your animal. They cannot get rid of it. They have to hold it for you until you come and get it. So it can actually save your pet's life if you have a pet with issues. I got Stormy microchipped, and at first I was like, yeah, she's not going anywhere. She can't run or jump. She's not going to get out of the house, you know. But then I thought, crazy circumstance, Stormy somehow gets out or is, I don't know, stolen, whatever. like a tornado goes through here and she's thrown out but survives, and someone finds her and she's biting the shit out of people, and automatically they're just like, this is an aggressive cat, we're gonna put her down, because she's just, Stormy can be perceived as incredibly aggressive if you don't understand her issues, because she bites. You can't pick her up, you can't pet her, you can't put your fingers in front of her face. So when I got Stormy microchipped, I put in there's an extra details section on my microchip, and it says, I am disabled, not aggressive. Please don't euthanize me. So if that were to happen, I could raise fucking hell. But chances are that it's not going to happen, because they're going to see that and they legally cannot euthanize my pet. So that is another thing that microchipping can do. It can save your pet's life. It can, well, it's all the ways that it exists, save your pet's life. It can get your pet back to you. You are so sweet. It can keep them from being euthanized. It can keep them from being stolen. It can keep them from whatever, being adopted out illegally. Because if your pet is microchipped and they're adopted out, it is illegal. It's illegal for people to take an animal that is microchipped, because they are technically your property after that. Cost-wise, I would say for what it is, they're fairly decently priced. When I got Braun microchipped, I took him to a low-cost spay and neuter place to get fixed. And getting him microchipped was an extra $20. The dude is a runner. The dude is an escape artist. Like, our fence, if you've seen it in any of the videos, looks ridiculous, because we have to keep adding stuff to the top and to the sides and plugging all the holes, because he like jumps on the pickets of the fence and like pushes them down and then squeezes through. He's freaking insane. He ruined the fence and he's ruined everything back there. The yard is a mess. But now I don't have to worry as much because Braun is microchipped. He also has a tag, a dangle tag thing that says his name, my name, my address, and says the words, I am microchipped. I think that's important. I seen that on Facebook the other day, and when I made his tag, I was like, you know what, I'm going to add that on there, because it'll actually give them access to more information that I couldn't fit on the tag. Are there cons to microchipping? I really don't think there are. If you can't afford it, I guess that would be a con, but honestly, if you can spare the extra couple bucks, it is very much worth it to do, because it can get your pet back to you. He's so cute. My vet charged $50 to get Stormy microchipped, and that is a little bit more expensive, but I liked the website that Stormy was registered on better. I don't know if that's why it's more expensive or whatever. They also come with extras where you can, like, there's like GPS shit and weird extra shit that I can pay for. I think it was only like $19 a year or something. So that wasn't like crazy. I gotta relook through that paperwork, 'cause I might want that. Well, maybe not GPS. I know where Stormy is, but you never know. So do I think that you should get your pet microchipped? I think you should. If you got one that runs out the door, even if you just have a cat that's indoor-outdoor, honestly, if you have a cat that's indoor-outdoor, because lately there have been a lot of people that are rescuers that steal cats. Like, they'll just... If I see a cat outside and it's wearing a collar, I'm going to leave it alone, because I know that it is an indoor-outdoor cat. Some people will still snatch those cats, like, unless the cat is obviously in dire condition, I'm going to grab it. But if it's, like, Baja had a collar, but no owners ever came forward, but he was missing an eye, so obviously I had to take him. But people have been doing that lately, and when you move an indoor-outdoor cat, sometimes they can't always find their way back home. And so if your cat is microchipped, they can find out who you are right away. The cat can be reunited with you. If you have a dog that's a runner, obviously it's something that you should really do. Recently I found a dog, and all she had hanging on her was her registration, where she had been registered with the state. And I was able to call up to the library and figure out her owner's information, but it was a pain in the ass, and it would have just been easier if the dog was microchipped, especially since he told me that she is a runner. Like, I don't know why she isn't microchipped, dude. You're so sweet. My baby. This is my Bubbles. He obviously loves me the most of all the cats. He really does. He's like this all day, every day. So yes, I think that you should microchip your pets, even if your pet isn't a runner. Let's say you have a crazy ex-boyfriend who steals your fucking cat, takes your cat and dumps it off somewhere. If somebody finds your cat, they can scan for a microchip, you can get your cat back. Like, there are really only benefits to it. The only bad thing I can think of is maybe if they don't find the microchip, they don't see it, it migrates too far, they don't find it, and then maybe you're out $30. But that's a big what if, and the benefits really outweigh the cons. So me and Bubbles think that you should get your pets microchipped. I should get you microchipped. I only recently started doing it. Started with Braun, and then I was like, let's do it with Stormy. Maybe we'll go take you get microchipped. I'm going to take you get microchip. Yes, because you're my baby. But yeah, so that is the basics of microchipping your pet. I think I mentioned that they can migrate, but normally vets migrating as in move around in the body. When they're placed between the shoulder blades, because they are a foreign object, the body can push them around, just like when you get a piercing. Sometimes the body tries to push them out. But normally vets are really good about waving the wand all over, just in case. I think that's pretty much it. Hey! Alaska. Rude. So, thanks for watching, I guess.